Hello everyone, here's my project of universal and compact monitor for filming for directors or focus pullers. Let's see how it was made. I will build this project with 7-inch monitor by Portkeys version HS70 1st gen. It looks like this monitor was removed from the market and you can't buy it anymore. Don't worry, you can use absolutely any similar monitor if you would like to repeat this build. By the way, I have to say a few words about characteristics of this monitor. This is a 7-inch SDI HDMI monitor with a resolution of 1920 by 1200 pixels. HDMI port supports 4K resolution. It also has the ability to loop the image. The brightness of the screen is 1200. As for the power, you have two options, first using NPF format batteries and the second is using 4-pin power cable to D-tap connector. The basis of our assembly will be two conveyed base plate. I fastened them at the angle of 90 degrees with two bolts. The platform that points up will be the rear support for our monitor, as well as a mount for video receiver. From the bottom of the main platform I install a cold shoe. I do this initially. A little later you will understand why. And I tighten the top well, so that it stays in place. I got the cold shoe itself by disassembling such mount. I needed only one part of it. I also drilled part of the hole in the base plate to remove some of the thread, thereby deepening our cold shoe. Now I can attach our monitor to base plate. I will install it on the back and not on the place of the main attachment. With such an installation, the second platform acts as a support wall and also holds the monitor in a static position, preventing it from scrolling to the left or right. You can't get the same result placing the monitor on the front of the base plate. To the bottom of the platform, we need to attach a S-shaped mount on exactly the same two bolts. On the other side of the S-shaped mount, we attach our wooden handle. This place must be carefully tightened because it has only one attachment point. This is done to prevent unscrewing the handle under own weight of the system during operating. On the other side of the handle I attach quick release mount for nucleus node controller. With the help of a controller, we will be able to control the focus remotely. Next, let's install video receiver from HoloLens Mars 400S. You can mount the receiver directly to the base plate, however, in this case you will have to disassemble the entire system if you need to use the receiver in our systems. To avoid this, I decided to leave my mount. It's the second part of our cold shoe, which I used when assembling the handheld rig. With it, I installed the receiver on this side of the base plate. A small note, I had to sand the bottom side of the mount so that it fits freely and doesn't rest against the back of a monitor. For connection I use a short HDMI cable that has a 90-degree connector on both sides. And also a USB cable from USB-A to USB-C to power the video receiver, which I connect to one of my two NPF 970 batteries. You can also use NPF 570 battery to power the video receiver if you wish, but I still prefer the first option because of its runtime. The assembly of this monitor is completed. Let's talk about the usage of this monitor system. Firstly, with help of such system, we can remotely control the focus of our camera. The system is quite light, even when using two 970 batteries. It feels good in the hand, allowing to work comfortably. However, remember that HoloLens Mars 400S has a slight delay. It can be a critical factor when filming action scenes. Secondly, you can use this system as a control monitor. As I said earlier, this system is lightweight, compact, and thanks to many mounting holes, it can be installed almost anywhere. For example, using a magic arm or the simplest tripod. Of course, if you plan to use a larger monitor, then you should choose a more secure mount. The third way is to use it as an external monitor for filming. Actually, for this I install cold shoe mount, but before using it we need to remove our wood handle. With the handle removed, I can easily mount the monitor on the top bar instead of the original foam mount. Also due to the size of the monitor, I deliberately placed the cold shoe on the left of the base plate. Now, let's talk about the disadvantages of this system. The first minor drawback is the plastic case of the monitor. Once, during work, the case of this monitor broke at the place of attachment. Then Portkey sent me a new case under warranty, which I was able to replace myself without sending the monitor to them. However, this point should be taken into account during working, and we need to be more careful or use a cage. The second drawback of this system is the location of the video receiver and its antennas, which makes it quite problematic to place the monitor on any surface. Initially, I plan to mount video receiver vertically, but in this case I need to use an Aroba platform and an AC to D tap connector to power the monitor, so I decide to leave it as it is. You can leave your thoughts in the comments and see you in the next video. Bye!